Have you ever struggled at something that comes easily to someone else? Maybe it's excelling at sports, creating your dream physique, or even making money. Trust me, you're not alone. When people are working towards a goal, they tend to compare themselves to other people working for the same goal. Comparing myself to others has always been something I've struggled with. And while it's true that surrounding yourself with people more skilled than you can help you to improve faster, it can simultaneously enable you to put your focus on the success of others instead of yourself. In addition, even though comparing yourself to people who might not be as skilled as you feels good, it can have a significant lasting effect on your confidence. To better understand what upward and downward comparisons can do to you, we have to understand why people are so drawn to them. First of all, comparison isn't drawn by human nature. It's been socially conditioned over years of society normalizing and encouraging it. Think back to when you were growing up. Have your parents ever compared your grades to a cousin or friend who are probably a little smarter than you? Or a model? Have you ever compared yourself to someone who's trying on clothes and you think looks better than you? The social comparison theory covers the impacts of upward and downward comparisons you experience when comparing yourself to others. This theory was created by Louis Festinger. His research shows that while upward and downward comparisons can give you motivation, it can also lead to unhealthy jealousy, which create guilt and a loss of focus on your true goal. You can become so focused on being better than someone else that you forget about why you began to pursue your goal in the first place. Downward comparisons, on the other hand, boost confidence, but they can create an arrogance and overconfidence, which can lead you to overmeasure your own strength, or even put yourself in situations you can't succeed in anywhere but in your mind. They can also create a diminishing view of the people around you, which in turn can affect your relationship with them from your behavior and body language. I learned about how harmful upward and downward comparisons can be from my time trying to earn my silver at camp. The only way to get this award is by passing all 4 levels of 6 different activities, 3 being called majors and the other 3 being called minors. And here are some of the ones I passed. But the ones I mainly want to focus on are swim and art. Now, I'm 100% not a swimmer, so naturally swimming was the hardest level for me to pass. To pass the swimming levels, I had to do a lot of uncomfortable things. I even had to pass a test where I made a life jacket out of jeans while treading water and wearing them, which was naturally really hard. And even though I felt like I was going to drown, and I almost did, I got through it pretty easily. The hardest thing for me to pass, surprisingly, was a simple flip turn. I just couldn't get it, and it honestly hurt when one of my best friends got it on her first try. I was so stuck on the fact that she could do it and I couldn't that I didn't even consider she's a competitive swimmer year-round. And I was just trying to learn swim techniques for the first time. But as I was watching her do all the moves I struggled with, she passed the 3rd level and I was still stuck on it. For a few days, being left behind took a toll on how fast I was improving as a swimmer. I would try to do a flip turn over and over again until I was literally too tired to keep swimming. The lake that I used to go to for fun to pass levels with my friends became the lake I would dread going to and would always come back from sad and disappointed. The only way I could overcome this was with the support of my friend and swim counselor. With their help, I was able to learn to focus on my own skills and find the fun in what I was doing again. As soon as I isolated my thinking towards my own strengths and what I needed to work on, instead of how my skill compared to my friends, I could finally advance, and the 2 of us were able to pass level 4 together. The change I made was a great example of another theory, called the self-determination theory. It claims that an individual will thrive when they don't rely on comparison and focus on their own goals instead of measuring themselves against other people, and if the environment around them will support their goals and overall growth. This theory has 3 main psychological needs: autonomy, relatedness, and competence. Autonomy suggests a feeling of control in your own actions and decisions. This means making decisions independently and not relying on the experiences of others to dictate your decisions. Competence involves a need to feel accomplished and capable in your own skill. This includes setting your own goals and a reliable scale of your progress or skill. And the final need is relatedness. Relatedness means to feel a sense of belonging, which can be achieved through collaboration with others and then having success through that collaboration. All of these can prevent comparison and improve your rate of growth. Similarly, my experience with downward comparison also caused me to lose focus on my true goal while I was trying to earn my silver at camp. While attempting to pass levels in arts at the same time as swim, I was super comfortable. Drawing, painting, and some of the other arts I had to practice past levels came easily to me because I've been doing them for years and I honestly really enjoy them. My main goal was getting my silver, but while I was having a great time working on a weaving project for arts, I tried to ignore the other activities I was struggled with. I thought, even if I'm a worse swimmer than everyone else, at least I'm pretty good at art. The downward comparison gave me a fake comfort from the previous upward comparisons that I struggled with and distracted me from the overall goal of gaining my silver. The better thing to do would be to remove comparison from my main thoughts and focus on the bigger picture of the problem. Distracting myself from my struggles with something I'm better at did nothing for me except allowing myself to continue avoiding the struggle of passing levels in swim. While limiting comparison is really difficult, and it's still extremely difficult for me, the best thing to do to cast out comparison is to focus on yourself, your own goals, and why you started in the first place. I'm not going to stand here and tell you comparison's evil, and it'll destroy your confidence if you compare yourself to someone even once, because it's normal to compare yourself to other people, and the skill of yourself to the skill of someone else. And it's really almost impossible to never look at someone else's results with either a sense of relief or a bit of jealousy. The way to overcome unhealthy comparison is to limit the levels of how you compare yourself to others. You should set your own goals on how you want to improve step by step and remind yourself of the reason you started and why you keep going, even by making a list. Instead of comparing yourself to people who are better than you can work with them to make yourself even better, or even ask them about some of the skills they might have improved on more than you. When you compare yourself to someone less skilled, it's normal to feel a little relieved that you aren't alone in your struggle, or feel a little closer to being number one. But that confidence you gain won't do anything for you except give you a reason to work a little less intensely. The circumstances between you and someone else could be extremely different, so how skilled you are in relation to them will never be a proper scale of your skill. If you find yourself stuck in an upward or downward comparison, you should remind yourself of your own goals and what you have done to get where you are. It's important to not let yourself get jealous of improvement at a high level or get too comfortable with the low level of the people around you. To protect your confidence and skill, avoid comparison. And don't disregard your own accomplishments or even your own faults before thinking about how other people might be advancing.